if it snaps back very fast economically and we return to whatever the heck normal is, that could be quite a bad thing. Whereas if there is a second wave or a really nasty economic aftershock, which is really, really nasty, the light at the end of that particular tunnel, or I suppose in cloud parlance, the silver lining, would be that I think we'd sit down collectively and actually change how things work. Because, I mean, again, in the very early days of lockdown, when people had time on their hands, a lot of people were on their own. People had time for the first time to really think about, how do I want to live, assuming I survive this? You know, and that's the oldest philosophical question in the book, practically. You know, how should I live? What is a good life? And that kind of slightly disappeared when you could reliably get into Aldi or Waitrose or something. And will probably never come back if we get back to some semblance of normality. But again, if there's a heck of a long way to go and we are hit very hard either by the virus or the economic aftershocks, I think there will be some questioning. And a lot of people quite liked early lockdown. I mean, people liked the fact that local community came to the fore. People liked the fact there was a sort of almost a viral outbreak of kindness and humility. People weren't as nasty as they were before in most instances. And people really liked that. Certain things were a lot slower. There was less pressure. People really liked that. So I guess this is back to the questioning of endless economic growth, this relentless productivity drive, faster, 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 etc. So I'm hopeful, actually. I don't know how it's going to occur, but in some way this questioning will continue, and then maybe it'll have a sort of a generational overlay. Maybe it'll largely be the younger generation that really questions it, and actually the younger generation could be the hardest hit. I mean, they're the safest in terms of not dying from this virus, but they could be the hardest hit in terms of its economic consequences. So maybe they'll be the ones doing the thinking, and we've already seen signs of that with that sort of anti-Trump rally in Oklahoma and the sort of TikTok super fans and Korean pop fans getting together to do something. So, you know, there is a willingness to change the model, so to speak. So fingers crossed, we might get somewhere quite interesting.